Hello, family. How are you guys? I did get some rest, Dragonfly. Yep, I did. I took some time and got some rest, and I needed to because I wasn't reading cards clearly at all. I just couldn't. They just were cartoon pictures at that point. I couldn't feel the energy. I couldn't make any sense out of them, and I said, I can't accurately read if for a show if I can't do it basic everyday stuff. So I took some time off, and it was good. All right. So tonight, what can I say? We have some things to talk about. Deb, it's getting cold here too, honey, in West Virginia. So, hello, Caroline. Caroline, I just got your email, sweetie. I just looked at it, and it's beautiful. Very excited. Okay. Hello, hello. Hi, Brianna. Yes, happy Friday. All right, the hubby's in here. You didn't miss anything, Dragonfly. I was just letting everybody know I did get some rest, and I feel better. Hey, Joe. Hi, honey. How are you? Are you still taking sign-ups for jump school? Sounds like fun. All right. I'm just doing your oracles. Okay, I'll set these aside. I like the repeats because it tells me that Spirit wants us to focus on something. Okay, so Friday night being what it is global recap, but we are going to focus on Trump's announcement and reading between the lines because there has been a lot of decoding done, and we're going to put pieces together. We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to pull cards on it to get some confirmation from Spirit to see if it's accurate. In the meantime, like I said, it is still a global show, so put your questions in the chat, and hopefully I will see them. My phone is on and next to me, so if you need to text it to me, that's fine as well. And might get to see Nadia tonight. I know it's karaoke night, but she might be busy. It's holiday season. Everybody's got functions to go to and things to do. So, anyway, yeah, Dragonfly, I am feeling better, sweetheart. So, let's go over some headlines. Get my stage going. I have a new one, and they take forever to get going. So, but I'm full of hot air, so I'll get it going. All right. So, did everyone see Trump's announcement? And yes, the trading cards do mean something because they're comms, okay? Everybody's dismissing it, going, really? That's all we get? No, it's not. There's a whole lot more to it than that, guys. And we're going to talk about it. Hi, Dumpling. How are you, honey? Let me get my fire going. Hi, Elle. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I am rested. I've been taking it easy and catching up on some sleep, doing the vitamin thing, and doing good. Let's see. I'm running out of room here. I'll put that over there. Okay. Dragonfly, yeah, freedom of speech, but there are still comms in that. If you follow the keyboard, there are timestamps and there are certain keywords that he used to explain where we're at and what's going on. And at the same time, the white hats changed the alliance, changed the color of the White House. It was red, white, and blue. And then it went green, which is a go light. Okay. Now, I don't know how deep into the rabbit holes you guys go with QComs and putting them together. But here's what, yes, he is exposing the mainstream media. Absolutely. So this is what we're going to discuss tonight. There are comms. He played the mainstream media like puppets, and it worked. He did the Trump card thing first, and they thought, that's it, that's your big announcement. And then he came later, and we were talking about restoring freedom of speech. Okay, well, there is a reason, okay, because today was the deadline for the FCC to comply, that the mainstream media had to comply with showing his stuff, like, because he has freedom of speech too. If he pays for the airways or whatever, and they're instructing them to show his stuff, and they did not comply, it gives him full permission to officially take them down, which could mean, we're going to look into it, he can activate EPS and they're all gone. Last night, yes. Yes, correct. It is green. That means it's go time. Now, it's been go time, but the comms in the speech, remember he talked about when I'm inaugurated, when I am president. He said that twice. There are many things that he was talking about where he doesn't say if, and he never says 2024. Read between the lines. Now, when he released the video, it was at 6:28 p.m. Well, we go over and reference the Q drop 628. Well, we did. And it specifically says, beautiful speech. Someone had said it was a beautiful speech, and it says, did you catch the main comm? Did you catch the main line in it? And then it says activation code. What activation code are we looking for? What have we been waiting on? Okay. Hi, Nadia. So, very important comms are coming out of it. So, he's taken the mainstream media to the cleaners. Okay. They had to comply because it was the deadline today. And we have the activation code. We have a green light. So, it's go time. Now, people want to know what in the world is going on with these Trump trading cards. They don't mean nothing. Fruit fly. If there's trading cards, well, first of all, I don't have $99 to pay for a trading card. That's not the point. Trading cards means I'm playing the final Trump card. Okay, read between the lines. He's playing the final Trump card. Green means go. That's it. Okay. Yes, and I have seen the video. The National Guard, the MPs are in the streets of Washington, D.C. right now. Does 99 mean end all? Good question, Nadia. Yeah. So, yeah, when he said when I'm inaugurated, he didn't say if. He said when. So we're literally just waiting for the announcement. So, yeah, the Trump cards represent the biggest comm there is, meaning I'm playing my final Trump card because it was going to be wrapped up with the final Trump card. Okay. So these are comms that are coming out, and there's still some to come because there's specific words. There's some people that are really, really, Derek Johnson's great about doing it. There are specific things that we're looking for. But these are the big ones so far. Everyone thought, well, who wants a trading card? Not only that, the pictures that appear on the trading cards mean something as well. They've got one of him as a sheriff, okay, because he's the new sheriff in town. Not that he ever left, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, lots of comms. So, superhero, the guy we've been waiting on to, show that he's truly there. That's what it's all about. But he's also messing with mainstream media, getting people all stirred up. Like, that was it? That's all you got to say? And then he turned right around and put out another video. hmm Thank you, Nadia. I am rested. I am rested. So I have not, other than a couple personal pulling cards, I have not done big readings and anything. I just laid the cards down and kind of rejuvenating. Magic Mike is walking through.
She's been grounded. So.
Whatever. I've been gooder.
Be gooder.
I've been gooder. Okay. So, based on those comms with all the Trump stuff, we can pull cards on those if you would like to. If you have one specific that you would like to ask, it does not have to be related to Trump tonight. I just really liked Caroline's thumbnail that she made, and we thought it was a good idea because we're decoding post announcement. So, there are many other things going on that have different subjects. The DJ from Ellen's show, Twitch, of course, they're saying that he committed suicide. As soon as I heard that he took his own life, I said, bullshit. So we're going to pull cards on it. I have not pulled cards because I have, like I said, I needed a break. I can't pull cards. And that's stuff that I want to do with you guys. I don't have to do it personally. I just won't, because that's what we do together. And the whole point of resting is to not use up energy with tarot and then I'm right back to square one. I literally took those days off just to put tarot down. I mean, if maybe one or two questions, but not like massive reads. So I have not pulled cards on that situation, but I'm sure everyone's heard about it. Everyone loved who he was, but it was the fact that he was associated with certain people. I'm not trusting anything at this point, so we may pull cards on that. I don't like doing Hollywood, but sometimes you just want to know. Okay, now, what else do we have? Okay, so the African summit that's been going on. I don't remember. I've told certain people privately in phone conversations, but I don't know if I've told you guys. The African Summit's been going on, where all the African leaders from the countries come together and they discuss the issues that are going on in the continent of Africa. There are just a handful of little protesters down there that are just demanding that the UN and NATO get out of Africa, which, if you're watching, please know that they've been dismantled, so don't worry about it. Now, when Penguin was out, he's one of our boots on the ground guys. And he was out when the White House was lit up. There was lots of sirens and lights going around, and they were like, what in the world is going on? So he walked down there between 9 and 10 p.m. and took video. And if you guys have seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. Lots of different motorcades. Now, normally motorcades represent each ambassador or representative from a nation. And you can tell what their motorcade is or who it is because they have those little magnetic flags on the roof of their cars or the hoods. None of them do. They were supposedly having a big Christmas party or get together or something before the summit started the next day. Now, what's interesting is that they were having that at one of the museums that's on Pennsylvania Avenue. There were a lot of people there. He couldn't get close enough because everything's fenced off. What he did find fascinating is that late at night, between 9 and 10 p.m., the Treasury building was lit up and there's music and celebration sounds coming from it. Now, maybe the Treasury Department was having a party, but I'm not thinking that. I'm putting two and two together thinking maybe because the African countries are the breadbasket of the world. I mean, look at Zimbabwe. And they're in the Treasury building. I want to look to see if this is RV related. Maybe. Have you guys seen any of it? You're all like, I thought you was resting. You've been doing all this intel. Yeah, because I can do intel while I'm resting. It's the cards that drain me. So, but it's a good thing. And then he comes out with his announcement and then plays the trump card. And then all the timestamps lead back to the one that says activation code. Well, the RV has to have an activation code for it to kick off. You see how all the little pieces are starting to go together? So we're going to look in and we're going to ask these questions. Okay, so we will pull cards. People will keep saying that Christmas is coming early, that it will happen before. Well, that's a week away. Hard to believe, but yeah. And then Elon put out on Twitter, and he says, coming soon, ladies and gentlemen, coup de grace, which is French for the final blow. He knows something. So putting all this stuff together is a good sign. Now, so those are some of the things we're going to look at, and then lots and lots of talk about the Brunson case, the Brunson brothers who are wanting to intervene, national emergency, to overturn the election. Many, many people think that it's already been ruled on, and now you're just seeing it play out in the movie. So we're going to look at that too. Need some better encouragement. I know. We all need a little something, something. You know, I know we can't believe everything that we see and hear, but putting the pieces together sure looks good. Christmas party, celebrate the coins. I think that there is a lot going on. We just don't see the whole thing, but we've got troops in the street at DC. And they've fenced off almost everything. You can't get to anything at all. So they're preparing for something. All right. So what do you guys want to do first? Do you want to do... How about we look into was the Treasury Department and what they're calling the African Summit? And I don't want to take away from that. If that's exactly what it is, then it was the African Summit. But I'm just curious to know, were they celebrating because of the RV getting ready to kick off? Or, well, to us, because they've been doing their own thing. So let's look into that. Let's see, were they partying at the Treasury building? Is that what's going on? Are they there to celebrate African countries going to be able to, like I said, be the breadbasket of the world? We know Zimbabwe is, not to mention many, many other countries. So let's just see, were they partying and celebrating the RV, or was it something else? Or if we get illusion cards, it may just say it's not what you think it is. So, I mean, if we get lots of pentacles, we know we're looking at the RV. Okay, so let's do that. And meanwhile, you guys ask your questions as well. So I had actually thought about doing all these questions last night in a pre-recorded, and I said, no, take the day, don't do anything, and we'll do it tonight. So, plus I needed time to sit and pick Trump stuff apart. So, all right. So let's look and see if we're partying at the Treasury building because something's going on with the RV. All right. Okie dokie. Wow. Okay. You ever just want to boycott certain cards? But we can't. All right, guys. So, looks really good. It looks like This is now I don't have aces, so it looks like that is the topic that they're discussing. So of course, this is going to affect the whole world. We know that. Bright, beautiful future for the whole world. There's your sun. Perfect. Uh-huh. King of Pentacles. Oh yeah. We're talking RV. That's an RV card. Okay. Now, there's still some secrets there. Okay. Okay. Still some secrets about the truth, just not meant to be told yet. Okay. Very, very, very strong presence of leaders that are in charge of this. So the Strength card. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, this queen is very, very giving. She is a humanitarian queen. She cares about making sure she does charity and things like that. It's a pentacle. Now, understand this. This is when it gets a little hairy, and you're going to go, great. It's okay though. Okay, the moon. So there's more to it than that because that's an illusion. Not quite what you think, but sort of. Now watch. Okay. Interesting. So some of this may have been a trap. Okay, because there's your thief. Like to get these leaders in, maybe the ones who had been stealing from their nations and the people of their nations, because they were holding on to the money. Because that Four of Pentacles is holding on, and it's next to the thief. So it looks like somebody set a trap. Who set the trap? Well, this guy right there. Interesting. Okay, so the message is coming out. The Hermit. It's coming. Okay, you're not left out in the cold. The message is coming. These are some of the cards I want to boycott half the time. The Hangman says, but just, you're in limbo. Just hold on. Just hang on. So it looks like we are, oh, wow. Okay. Looks like a trap. It was a trap. Okay. Now remember our mystery Queen of Wands. She's very passionate, but she can be a little tricky. Not in a bad way. Okay. But here's your military card for the Pentacles. Okay. So money. But the military is capturing the deep state. Okay. So yeah, they're still setting traps for these people. Now that does not mean that the RV is not kicking off and Trump wasn't trying to say something. Remember, he's playing the final Trump card. But it looks like they're advising us to hang on. You want to know what the base card is? Remember, humanitarian. So that's an RV card. But also remember, we're still capturing people that took advantage of our littles. Okay? So, but it's still an RV card related to the reading that I just did. So I'm going to take that as still positive news. Now, we can reword the question. We could check up on before Christmas and still do that. However you want to do it, if you want to focus on the RV, we still can. I just have to change the energy of the question. Okay? If you don't want to, because I ask about the African summit. Well, that's just related to the African summit. If we want to look into the whole shebang, because this says it's for the world, maybe we should look at that as well. So if you'd like to re-ask it a different way, just let me know. Sorry, my phone timed out. I want to make sure that I don't miss a message. So, is my chat just gone? What happened? Am I still live? Where did everybody go? Are they messing with me? I don't know. Well, if you're there, wave. Let's see. I know, sticking with the energy of the RV, let's ask if that Q drop associated with that timestamp with Trump's announcement when it said activation code, let's just simply ask flat out, is that activation code the ones we're waiting for to activate the RV? Since we're still talking, the energy in the cards is still RV. Let's ask if that timestamp with the Q drop, activation code, does that mean RV code? Let's just see. Okay. Oh, you're still here? You're just quiet? Story time? You're just crisscross applesauce? Joe, I'm alive. I'm live. Yeah. I'm alive. Well, I'm alive and live. Yeah. Both. The old ticker's still going. I know. Well, I was wondering if it was just me. Let me see. I'm gonna flip it. Gotcha. Wings. I don't know why you didn't tell me that before. I have to click this little button up here. No wonder I don't see all the messages. I have to click this little button. I just happened to glance up and read that, and I went, oh, no wonder I don't always see comments. All right. All right. Dumpling's just listening and pondering. Okay. All right. 5x5. Thank you, Brianna. Okay. So we're just asking, is the activation code that they're talking about the one that has to be done to put in to release the RV money? Let's just see if they're related. It'll either be yes or no. That's it. And I don't have to do a full spread on this. I probably with a yes or no, I could just pull 3. Those are pretty basic. You're listening to my every word. Well, I appreciate that, but I like y'all talking too. Is everybody just tired? It's Friday. Nadia, are you karaokeing tonight, honey? All right. RV, RV, RV. Interesting. Okay. All right. So is it the activation code for the RV? Is that what they're talking about? It's cold. It is very cold. With bated breath. Well, honey, your heart's really racing. It's okay, honey. Take care of yourself, Victoria. Okay. Okay. Well, that would make sense. That would actually make sense tied into the last question we just did. Remember when I said I got the download with the cards that said they were setting a trap for the last of the deep state that were affecting the money? Well, this would actually make sense because I wanted to know if the activation code means activating the RV. Well, the story that it's telling, because I only did 1 row. If I need to do more, I will, but this actually makes a lot of sense. It says right off the bat, well, not quite. It does, but it doesn't. And let me explain. So the moon shows up again and says, well, sort of. We're wrapping some stuff up. Remember the 10? A 10 wraps things up, the ending of something. You've carried it too long, we're wrapping it up. Okay, so what are they wrapping up? Well, remember, Secret Queen of Wands came in there again. She's secretive. This next card is a pentacle card, so it does have to do with the money. Balancing out where the money goes, who gets it, which leader is good. Remember that. Balancing. It is pentacles, so yes, they are balancing it out. But I have an Ace of Swords that says, yes, it is the activation code for the RV. But the final card is what kicked it for me. It says, But because they're still dealing with those few drippy drop of the deep state, this lady tells me everything I need to know, and that's the Queen of Swords. Because she's very relaxed with her sword, which means I'm ready to go to war if I have to. I'd rather not. I'd rather have peace because that's what the doves represent. So this is like a gentle nudge to the last of the deep state that you won't play hardball or you won't get this done. Interesting. Okay, pulling confirmation. All right. All right. We're just going to have to take it. Spirit is spirit, and that's what it is. It is, they're serving justice on these people who have stolen from us. Okay. Here's some advice. Here's some advice. There's swords. Okay. So whatever we hear, don't lose it. I will. Wings just said, then you give them the oracle cards because it makes sense. So it's okay. Whatever you hear coming out, be very careful. Do not fear what's coming. Okay? Don't fear it. Do not let it discourage you or disappoint you because there's more to it than that. So we're still getting that moon. I am. Okay. All right. So they do have a contract date. They already know when they're going to do this. We've gotten this before. It's okay. But they had to go in and set those boundaries for the people they're not quite sure who they can trust. They still exist. And they're going to exist for quite some time. Now, the big ones are already gone. But you still got drippy drop bad bankers and people like that handling money. So the advice, you might be in limbo just a little bit. Don't fear it. It's okay. Now, I pulled your oracle cards. Now they make sense. Oh, your base card on that is the baby page of Pentacles. So a little bit of mystery behind it, a little drip, drop it out, the information. Whatever you hear with those swords, do not get discouraged. Okay? I know everybody's hurting right now, but now here's your oracles. As Dumpling's thinking cards, makes a whole lot of sense. That's why he wants me to give them to you now. Okay? The whole plan behind this is absolute perfection. Okay? It's been done. It's an equal balance. I love this picture. Complete perfection. Not to worry about a thing. Here's what people tend to do. They worry about the gossip behind it. Did you hear this? Did you hear this? Well, this could happen. This could happen. Then it could happen this day. We have to use discernment and be very careful. And the tarot says don't get discouraged if you do hear it because there's a lot of gossip going around right now. Okay. Your final card. We got this not too long ago. Maybe in the last reading. I can't always remember. Your final card says don't believe this bullcrap. The plan is perfection. The abundance is coming. And there's your treasure chest. So, those are your oracles, and it ties in with what we've been talking about. So, I know that's maybe not what you want to hear. Interesting base card on your oracle, vanity. Okay. Don't let your ego get ahead of you. Okay. I know. Now, there's a difference between ego and there's a difference in faith and manifesting. So just know the difference. And you guys, for the most part, do. No fear. Don't worry about it. Good evening, Michael. How are you? Lulu. That's stuck now. I hope you know that. So, Michael, get in here and start dancing. He needs more currency to exchange. Yep. Everybody was throwing dinars at him the other day, and I almost slipped up and said something, but I went on to a reading and got distracted. But I'm going to say it tonight. Y'all throw the dinars at Michael for his dancing. And don't forget the Vietnamese and throw your dongs at him, okay? You heard what I said. Somebody throw a dong at Michael. Is the same from what you hear? Okay. Price of eggs now, where I'm at, Nadia, they're almost $6 a dozen. Yep, it is insane. And the people that we get fresh farm eggs from, the chickens aren't laying now because they're molting and they don't lay for probably until February. So, yes, Nadia, honey, somebody throw a dong at Nadia. She needs one. Oops, see, Michael's doing his dance. Oh, he's dancing with the ladies. It's normally just Lulu himself, but we got ladies in here. It's Michael and Nadia dancing. You can get them online. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah, ascension symptoms. Let's talk about that just real quick. I think everybody has been dealing with kind of feeling like you're walking through wet cement since the portal on Monday. What else? Of course, the normal ear ringing, but for me, it's intensified. And of course, I got really, really tired, really, really drained. And you guys can see the evidence of that. And I spent Caroline we were on like a 24-hour marathon talking, and I really enjoyed it, catching up with her just person to person. I love to chit chat with you guys. I've done it with Nadia too. And she had given me great advice, and she said, "You know what?" She said, "Everyone loves you. If you need a break, take a break. They're not going to bite your head off." So I took a break. But anyway, ascension sickness is just feeling kind of sluggish, down. My vision's been very, very blurry. And it was not only physically blurry, it was spiritually blurry. And that's one reason I had to lay the cards down, because if I can't see them, they're just cartoony pictures at that point. They don't mean anything, they don't resonate. They're just pictures, and spirit has to talk through them. And I have to be open to hear spirit, and I was just at a brick wall. I couldn't. So yeah, I think the ascension is I agree. Everything's shifting, and it's a good thing. We just have to make sure that we come out of it, and we embrace our new abilities. Maybe your intuition is increasing. I know that my third eye is much sharper the last at least 24 hours. Um, I'm able to go off world in my sleep, and they are putting me in a bubble and protecting me and healing me from head to toe. And, you know, when I took the time off, wings, I mean, I did it physically and he does it spiritually, and I have to cover the third eye, close it down, shut down, because if not, I'm just going 24 hours a day. Even in my sleep, spirit comes to me. So if you guys are, experiencing some of those ascension things, it's quite normal right now. It's going to get better. There are certain um, days of the month it's going to be stronger. And of course, a lot of this has to do with the moon phases and that kind of stuff. So, coming up on the winter equinox will have a lot to do with that. Yeah, Deb. Absolutely, Nadia. Setting boundaries and resting. Take care of yourselves, just like I had to. I had to crack down and set boundaries just when I went on my rant. And I finally, because normally I don't set boundaries, and I had to. I did. And then the boundary came after that. Now you're going to rest. So I did. Yeah. Yeah. Solar flares. Absolutely. Yes. Merry winter solstice. Speaking of, real quick before we go on to other questions, because I know you guys have some, or I'll finish asking these. What do y'all want to do about the show? I know y'all say you leave it up to me, but no, we're a family and everybody's schedule is different. But I'm talking about the around Christmas. Obviously, I think Christmas is on a weekend, so I'm not going to do anything those days. Um, the 23rd, are people going out of town? I mean, I'll do the show for one person if you want it. I don't care. I don't really have anything planned. Well, I have things planned, but I work them around the show. So I will do next week's show as regular scheduled, unless you guys have something. Maybe not Friday. Maybe I'll do Monday and Wednesday and not Friday because they're gonna have the whole weekend for Christmas. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then be back on Monday. What do you guys think? Totally up to you guys. So you all put your opinion and vote in there. And if you still want me to come on, that's fine. I mean, I don't have anything planned. Um, what I need to do since Friday night show is it's at night, I'll be doing Christmas prep. Okay. Let the universe decide that day. I can. I'll just base it on spirit. So let's just say that we'll do Monday and Wednesday, and then Friday we'll play it by ear. And if I choose to cancel it and not come on just because I'm busy, because we do a lot of our Christmas stuff on Christmas Eve. So my prep day is the 23rd. So if I get wrapped up in it, spirit doesn't feel right, we've got a little thumbnail we'll put up, and it'll just say tonight's show canceled. See you Monday. Okay. All right. So we'll do it what spirit leads. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get on with some more questions. Let me mark these out. All right, so we went over the Trump comms as we know them right now. We don't know all of them yet. It takes time to decode his exact words, the timing of things. So I figure by Monday we'll know a whole lot more. But we're doing pretty good. All right. So talking about, okay, so we did some RV questions. What else? Okay, Dragonfly. All right. Well, we'll play it by ear, honey. All right. Let's see. So we did that one. Hold on. Did that. All right. Let's ask real quick that Brunson case for the Supreme Court over the election. Let's just ask if it's already been done. And if we're just like watching the movie, let's just ask that. That's a pretty basic yes or no. Is it done? Is it already completed? And of course, if it's an illusion, we'll know, well, Spirit's just playing with us and not really, sort of, kind of. All right. All righty. I just saw your comment, Brianna. They're worried about the thought of being broke. Oh, about them in the RV. Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, they should. They don't know what that means. They need to ask us what it feels like. You know what I mean? All right. So Brunson case, is it already done? Moving furniture. All right. So hopefully we'll find some justice or judgment cards. And like I said, if it's illusion, we just simply ask yes or no. So aces will tell us, yep, done. So just see what it says. I know they got good news out in Maricopa County for Carrie Lake, that they can't interfere with the ballots that are locked up. They can't touch them. Well, interesting. Your base card is the victory card. There's your 6 of Wands. Well, Let's just see. Okay. Okay. So no, it is not done. All right, I'm just doing a base. We will have victory. So that doesn't mean we've already got it, but we will. Okay. Because we have to take these bastards down. Remember, it's interesting. These election questions seem to have him in it, of course. Okay. So we're taking him out and we're regaining her. The Nine of Pentacles. She's the sovereign, independent woman, okay, who knows her thing. That's like the constitutional card. And now, the Justice and the Judgment cards are normally Supreme Court cards, but so is he, okay, because he's the King of Swords, bringing justice and truth, okay, all right. It hasn't been resolved because we have the Eight of Pentacles, and that's your worker bee. So they're working on it in the process of it, okay? All right. So because we have the devil in this, it tells me we still have some deep state operatives involved in this, and we know that, okay? Now, I also am being told to remind you guys don't need to be reminded. This is the time where you manifest your light for the results, okay? All right. This guy who we want to ground, but we understand we have to be patient. There's your hangman again. Just wait a little bit longer. I know we don't want to hear it, but we're used to it. But now it'll happen when it happens. All right. And it will happen. I don't know that the Supreme Court is going to be the way. The reason why, okay, giving and receiving with the Six of Pentacles. So humanitarian, yes, but it's giving and receiving information. When are we going to hear about this? Okay, that's what we want to know. When's the whole world going to hear about this? Because we will when the military says so. I don't think we're going to have Supreme Court. That's probably why we didn't get Justice or Judgment cards. Remember, all of our comms they said the military was the only way. The military is going to bring the cup. The military is going to bring the message. And it's spiritual and emotional, that kind of thing. Okay. Say hi to Schneider for me, Nadia. Tell him Squeaky's his little chicken toy. Okay. So it looks like we have to wait a little longer and the message will come from the military. Now, a lot of this could be involved with the EBS. I know everything's tied together. We just don't know how. We have the pieces. We just haven't figured out how they fit. But when it's all said and done, we will have victory. Okay. So stay passionate about it. Manifest it. Okay. We don't get discouraged. Not at all. About Twitch. Yeah, Nadia, that's my question too. So let's do the Twitch question really quick because I just don't know enough. I don't know him personally, so therefore I don't have a right to say anything. But there were some celebrity messages that went out, and one came from Rosie O'Donnell, and she said, all this crap about there being a Hollywood cabal and that he saw something he wasn't supposed to and he got offed. Well, that's bullshit. I'm like, well, just the fact that you said that makes me question everything. So we're going to look to see if he took his own life because he was being threatened. We want to see if he took his own life because he was involved and didn't want to go through the tribunal final stages. Or who offed him? Like, is Ellen related to this? Let's just throw the questions out there because he was well loved. That doesn't mean that he was good because a lot of them are well loved and are absolute horrible pigs. So, and that's insulting to pig. So, yeah, we're going to ask if he was offed, if he was Clinton'd, basically. Only this time I might say Ellen. So, because those higher ups and people like that, if he knew something, It doesn't make sense that he went a less than a mile from his house to this cheap little hotel, motel, inn, whatever you want to call it, and shot himself in the head. How many times have we heard that story? Eh, it just doesn't sit right with me. Or have they already taken him out and this is just to get him out of the limelight? I don't know. Let's just see. So the cards will say if he was good or bad, where he's at, if he's in protection, if he's oft in prison. We know those cards. I know, honey. Everything has to. Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. So we want to know about Twitch. What can you tell us, cards? Yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. Your base card. Mm-mm. Seven of Cups. It's an illusion. It's not what you think it is. Mm-mm. Brianna, you're correct. My understanding is either you capitulate and work with the White Hats, or if you give information, you can keep your legacy. If you commit suicide, if you don't help, you're shot and hung, or, yeah, disintegrated. Yeah. From what we understand, that is the rule, Brianna. Suicide, plane crash. Yeah. Well, they do that for people that want to get out in protection too. So we'll see. Wow. I'm going to do a second row. There it is. Wow. Okay. Not what you think it is, Seven of Cups. All right, so here's the story. All right. So in order to save his family, I can pick the card up. So it was about, he capitulated. He was not good. But he allowed his wife and children to be okay. He took the knee. Oop, where'd you go? He took the knee. He capitulated because he was messed up in it too. The truth and his secrets. He was involved. Wow. All right. So yeah, you're correct, Brianna. Letting him hold on to the legacy, okay? Yeah. Fear of the unknown. Okay. So we would be blinded by what really happened. They let him hold on to his legacy, but they took him out. Yeah, he lost everything. They let his wife and kids go off, and yeah, he's already been through the tribunal because there's your justice card. Yeah, he was locked up. While he was locked up, he was with Ellen and all the rest of them. Yep, he worked for this guy. Mm-hmm. He was bad, and they hung his ass. Yep. So the story you're getting is an illusion. Yep. This is not well aspected, so she gets an attitude change in this. When the Queen of Wands shows up in that cloak, cloaked in secrets, didn't want anyone to know that he was doing it to the littles as well. I wasn't expecting that either. That laid it out plain as day. Yeah. So what you're seeing and hearing is the moon, because you have the Seven of Cups. Now you have another illusion. Yep, there's your thief. They changed the story. They stole the truth and let him go out with a legacy to protect his family. And there's your final confirmation, the Fool card. Do not be fooled by this. He was involved. Wow. Well, that suicide real or was that a clone? Okay, well let's just ask. Well, it wasn't they can turn off a clone. So I'm just curious. Yeah. Let's just say the one that was in the video, was that a clone? Let's ask that question. Okay. We'll just look for a yes or no. I don't have to pull a full read on it. If it's clone, I'll get those 2 of Cups and contract cards, maybe even the Lovers or something like that. But I also understand there may have not have been one. People can put out videos and do stuff all the time with CGI, so you don't have to have a clone. So that's another thing. So if I don't get a clear read, it could just mean, no, it's just all made up. It was a clone. Okay. It was a clone. Okay. I'll just show you these. High Priestess, full of secrets. Yep. All right. Apparently he was really close to his mother, and his mother had him cloned. Look at the 2 doggies. Yeah. This is the mother queen. And apparently he was really close to his mother. She had him cloned. Yeah. There's your off-worlder card. And it doesn't mean the good ones, okay? So yeah, their technology and what they do. Yep. Interesting. 2 of Swords. 2 of them, but you don't know which one's which because you're blindfolded. Does that make sense? That's sad. That's sad. Giving and receiving, meaning both of them did things. They were both contracted out, both making money. Interesting. Yeah, it was to fool you. There's the Fool card. Absolutely. Yep. 7 of Pentacles. Putting the work in, and it's a Pentacle card. She cloned him to make more money. The more projects he's involved in, more money can be made. Determination of the King of Wands. Get out there and get it done. Passions, hearts, desires to work, work, work. But there's your confirmation. Ace of Cups. Was he a clone? Yes, he was. Yep. Wow. Yeah. 4 of Cups. We just wanted to know the truth. Will it come out? I don't think so. If he was allowed to keep his legacy, yeah, that's all I need to know. Both were taken out, the real one and the clone. Okay. Remember your good alliance, the military card that takes the bad guys, puts them in the volcano. Both are dead. There's your death card. 5 of Cups. It's a total loss all the way around, so you'll never see anything ever again. So, yeah. Yeah. So they took them both out. Maybe Shaggy didn't do it. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. That's funny. You saw something on Instagram that Disney had a DNA lab. Yeah, you sent that to me. It was quite interesting. And it was supposed to be like a parody or a joke. No, it's in your face. They create these kids that grow up in these Disney shows, that they are created in a lab. It was supposed to be a ha-ha, Disney's so creative kind of thing. But it's in your face because they have to tell you. Who was I talking about, Gail? Hi, honey. Good evening. We were talking about Twitch from Ellen, the DJ. You're fine, Gail. Don't worry about it, honey. You watch the replay. Yeah, I was watching the DJ Twitch from the Ellen show about suicide. No, he was rounded up because he was bad. He was involved with Ellen's crap. Yep. Yep. And executive producer. Yeah, she did promote him. Well, wonder why. Yep. Annette Funicello. I don't know who that is, Brianna, but that's okay. I don't need to know. Um, was she bad? Is it? I'm assuming somebody passed away. I don't know. Annette from the Mickey Mouse Club, way back when. Okay, yeah, gotcha, gotcha. The original Mickey Mouse Club, gotcha. I know who you're talking about now. Now it's playing in my head. Okay, all right. Well, let's just look and see. You're not old. You're not old. I'm gonna grab my phone. It's a blink and make sure no one's messaging me. I don't think they are. It blinks when I have a mess. Okay. No, it's okay. The romper room. Oh yeah. Cubby. Yeah. All right. So you just want to know about Annette, or do you want to ask in general about all of them? Oh. Let's just ask. Was the Mickey Mouse Club, was Annette good or bad? Wow. Okay. That's in general. That's the whole thing. Your base card is the moon card. None of that stuff is what you think it is. It's all an illusion. How many of the people walking around the USA are real humans? Makes you wonder. You are correct, Dale. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. Ugh. You know what? That ended up better than what I thought. I saw cards and I went, oh no. But it's actually good news. Now, this is just on the original Annette. Okay. All right. So she knew about the bad stuff. Okay. We're talking about how many decades ago was it? Not to point out anybody's age. This is interesting because I know their ways have changed over the decades, but not so much that we don't know that it's the deep state. Okay. So the original Annette quit. Now, I don't know the whole story of how long she was on the show. I just know that she was on the show. So she took a knee, she quit, she said, I'm not doing this anymore. See, this is strategically done. Okay. Now this tells a story. So she had a strategy. How's she gonna get out of this? It's still kind of sick that you would let this happen, but we're not in control of anyone's free will or their intentions. So she let them clone her. That's stealing her like DNA or whatever. Here's a lover's card. She let them clone her so she could get out. Okay, now this cloning process way back when, we know that the CIA, Disney, and all that stuff, but way back then it was run by the military. Do you remember? A lot of that Area 51 stuff. We're talking years ago, okay? Wow. So when her clone was done, they gave her the message like you can leave, okay? The deep state had full control over her. But she was able to move away out of troubled waters with that Six of Swords. once her clone was ready to take their position on the path. And then she was free. That's a celebration and enjoying her freedom, like cheers, rounds on me kind of thing, because she broke free. She broke the chains from the devil. Okay. She broke free. That's breaking chains because it's well aspected. And it's well aspected because it's between the last card as well, which means Wheel of Fortune. She changed her life around and got out. She allowed them to clone her because of the character, I guess, was so important. Interesting. Yeah, Brianna, I don't have any doubt, honey. I mean, if they all knew about the cloning process, and she just went to him one day and says, "I quit," they're like, "You can't quit. She's a massive name." And they said, "Well, we'll let you quit, but we're going to make another one of you," and she agreed to it. So Jean's story time with the puppets. He used to tell Bible stories, 50s and 60s. Interesting. Oh, yeah, that was the time frame. Okay. Kuka and Ollie were the puppets. Kuka, Fran, and Ollie. Oh, yeah, Sherry Lewis, Lamb Chop, and Puppy Dog. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, let's just ask real quick. All right. I, don't, I wasn't born until the 70s, so I don't know when it was out. I grew up with Scooby Doo. All right, so this Jean's story time. I'm gonna get that song stuck in my head, Dragonfly. Sherry Lewis. This is the song that never ends. Well, Brianna, let's ask that question instead of taking each of them because we could be here all night. Let's just do: is Hollywood been the from the beginning been corrupt? I'm thinking that it was, but you don't want to know, lady, the Bible lady's bad. Well, there's a lot of people that are. It's just very disappointing, but people. We were told a long time ago, people that you thought were bad are actually good. People that are good are actually bad. You know, you just don't know. Who would ever thought Tom Hanks was as wicked as he was, and he was one of the worst. Let's just see if was Hollywood corrupt and bad from the very, very beginning. Yeah. Kind of, well, that's true, Wings. That would make sense. Yeah, I was just thinking that I wouldn't call it Hollywood. I would call it the devil's playground at this point. And if you want in and you want to be successful and you want to be rich and famous and all that stuff, you're going to do some bad things. There's a reason I never went and fulfilled my career. Wow. Wow. Well, there it is. Dang on. Well, that gave me a little bit more than what I expected because it gave me an update on Hollywood. Okay, well, fortune. Well, the reading tells me that it has changed completely. It's going to do a complete about, so all that's going to go away. So that's good, being cleaned up. Meaning bringing the truth out. Yes, absolutely. From the very beginning, I'll tell the story. All right. So the top dog's in this, okay? And I'll show you. This is a combination of men and women, okay? All right. Look at all these swords. The real truth was they knew it. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they're sacrificing. But you were blindfolded and had no clue. And many of us didn't until not too long ago. I mean, some of us have been awake for years and years, but or at least thought a handful of them were bad. They were all involved in trading and selling. There's your pentacle with the littles because that's a page. And they kept it a mystery. All of them. All of Hollywood. All right. Here's your definite. This is fascinating because they came up back to back. A definite ace. It's been corrupt since the beginning because of the money. Okay, they needed money. There's another ace of swords. They were keeping the truth. The truth was sheathed at that point. Yep. Fool the people. Fool the people. But you have some good news. All torn down. I know there's still going to be some drippy drops out there. And the people you're seeing, guys, most likely they do a lot of CGI stuff too. It's not just clones. It's people in masks. We've been through the gauntlet of lists, but been taken down. All right. So they'll slowly come out one at a time. All right. So the message will be given of who is involved. You know, you're watching out for that rattlesnake. Don't get bit. Okay. You're going to find out. I know. Yeah. So the beautiful Queen of Cups, she's very diligent. She's focusing on it. She's focusing on the message that's coming. So just wait to see because it's coming. It's okay. It's okay because justice was served and the outcome is bright as the sun. Okay. So taking that down, but yes, Brianna, it's been corrupt since the very, very beginning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Yes, Dragonfly, you are correct. And all that Operation Paperclip and all that, you are absolutely correct. And I know this is not anti-Semitism or anything like that. But most of the people in Hollywood are the Khazarian Mafia. Their names end in Stein or Steen or something like that. They're all related. All related. That's the true Nazis. Yeah, the Khazarian Mafia. Okay. All right. So, yeah, based on Hollywood, it has flipped around. It's come crashing down, but the future looks bright. We just have to take it back over. And that's fine. James Whitey Bulger. You talking about Whitey out of the mafia guy out of Boston? I don't know. I don't. Mafia guy. You want to know if he was good or bad? You use a box top pen. We used a deck of cards. Yeah. Is that what you're saying, Brianna? You use cards? I limo. The question better be a riddle. Because you want to know if Whitey was good or bad. Maybe he was framed. You are correct, Dragonfly. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I was just trying to, um, yeah, they're not really truly Jewish. Not because that's not an insult to. I'm not trying to insult the true Jewish people because that's not what I was trying to do. But yeah, they. If you go by anything in the Bible, especially the Book of Revelation, as much as we can understand, Jesus was trying to call out them and called them the synagogue of Satan. Well, that's who he was talking about. We just didn't know it until now, but I understand. Not the good Jewish people. That's not what I was saying. Oh, is he dead? Not him. Riddle. How was the first person who put their feet on the moon? I don't know. Since we didn't land on it, you tell me. All right. Let's look at Whitey real quick. Is he dead? Okay. You were too poor for cards. Aw. Hey, box tops work. That's fine. I was going to say cereal box, but we were poor too. Most of our cereal came in a bag. All right. Who's the other guy that they can't find? Are you talking about Al Capone? That's what I said, Gail. Since we didn't land on it, Nani's going to have to tell us. Yep. All right. Brianna, are you talking about Al Capone as well? Who was the first person to be on the moon? I don't know. It hadn't happened yet, so. Not Al Capone? I don't know, Brianna. Well, let's do Whitey first. Nadia's going to give us the answer to this riddle. Jimmy Hoffa? Oh, how many stories have we heard about Jimmy Hoffa? My goodness. The photographer? Yeah. The guy behind the camera. He just flew up there by himself. It's amazing how that happened. All right. So is this... we're asking about the James Whitey. Yes, thank you, Caroline. She's our Encyclopedia Britannica. All right. So the Whitey question. All right. So we just want to know if he's dead. Is that the basic question? Is he dead? Yes. Okay. All right. Your base card? Well, Ace of Pentacles. It says yes. Now let's see what his story was. Oh, there's another one. Interesting. Yeah, he's gone. I'm getting weird cards of this. Maybe we don't know everything about this guy. I don't know all of it. This may sound really strange. I'll tell you the story, but this almost looks like that he was a good guy and he was after the bad ones. Well, let me explain because I don't know the whole story. Yeah, true. Interesting. So he had some secrets, okay? Knew some secrets because swords, remember? This is hiding down here. All right. So he wanted to get out of the mob, okay? He wanted to get away from the criminal life, right? He wanted to be sovereign. He was trying to do good things. It's a beautiful card. He didn't like the life. This is what finds fascinating. But he went to jail. They did capture him, okay? But here's the thing. He was actually a good guy fighting. Here's a military card, okay? Being passionate and emotional about what he's doing. He was a good guy, and he flipped information on the bad guys. He fought over the littles. Now, this is fascinating because he was a family man, because the King of Pentacles is a family man. It's a generational card. It's a man of integrity. And maybe he knew it. He was going to bring the message. The hermit, he was on his own, but he was going to come tell somebody. Yeah, he totally wanted to change his life around. There's your wheel of fortune to change everything. Wow. To bring the truth, your ace of swords. Yeah, he's gone now. But this was about helping humanity. That's a six of pentacle card. You know how we just talked about we thought they were bad, but they were actually good and vice versa kind of thing? Yeah. He was very passionate about helping people, but cloaked because he still had a lot of secrets, but he was holding their secrets. That's fascinating to me. I just wonder how many times we've heard that. But he is gone now. So interesting. When we were done baling hay, milking cows, we were too tired to play cards. I know, darling. It was a rough life. Milking cows, slopping hogs, collecting eggs and feeding the chickens. We had goats and horses and you name it. It's exhausting work. Yep. Nadia's just going to throw the cows over the cliff. All right. Maybe. Wow. Boy, this conversation has turned interesting tonight. We start out with Trump and RV and Hollywood and the mafia. Wow. What are some of the things we've seen in the news? Do you guys have any questions about what happened this week? The headlines or anything? Do you guys have anything? We're creeping up on an hour and a half, so. Um, let's see. Interesting. Just marking ones out that I've already done. So you guys tell me. Is there anything else? Bolsonaro quoted Kennedy's speech to the Brazilians. Yeah, I saw some footage of the Brazilians today, Nadia. Man, they're passionate people. Passionate people. Yeah. Which tells you that that's the alliance behind that. We keep hearing, of course, we know we have to watch the gossip stuff. Be careful what we listen to. Be very discerning about, the gossip. Even our oracle cards warned us of that. So we're supposed to follow suit of Brazil and whatever they do. In the indictment of General Flynn and Sidney Powell. Was that new? I didn't see it. Yeah, that happened. You're a very passionate person, Nadia. I know that. Dragonfly, did you want me to pull cards on that, honey? Totally up to you. Prop my foot up here. What else is going on? Yeah, the stuff in Brazil is a pretty hot topic right now. They keep talking. Another thing is, I see you, Nadia. They're trying to say that Kim Jong Un is going to do some weird weaponry. I don't know. I'm not buying into that. It was last night on Jaco. Okay, well, let's pull cards. Indictment of General Flynn, Sidney Powell. So let's see if that's going to happen or not. We know a lot of this stuff is, illusion, and they're going to throw you off, and misinformation is important, and we know that. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting that too, Nadia. I got your message, honey. Okay. Well, Joe, We may not have wanted to mess with your dad, but I'm so glad that he created you and you are here because we love you. Smoke and mirrors, correct, Dragonfly, because a lot of that's, distraction. Look over here, not here. But let's look and see if City Power General Flynn, is this indictments, are they going to come down? I mean, some people are still saying that Trump will get arrested, but it's not what you think it is. And we've pulled cards on that before, too. All right, so let's see. See what your base card is. Yeah, Knight of Swords. That's an alliance operation. I'm not concerned about that. Let's see what they say. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Interesting. Okay, so you're going to hear some things. So remember our oracle card. Be careful with the gossip. Be very discerning what you hear. Take it with a grain of salt. So here's what you got. Here's an alliance card with our off-worlders. Okay, there's your star card. Not concerned. Not concerned at all. Okay, so they're letting them go free willy-nilly with the storyline, setting no boundaries. Remember your King of Cups, some secrets and hiding things under the robe and all that stuff. So they're just kind of letting that storyline go out there. But there's a lot that's going to be behind it. So it's a drippy drop. There's our drippy drop page. A lot of that stuff's going to come out. But pay attention of what you listen to, okay? The collective should know better, okay? We just have to use our discernment, okay? Just wait a little while because there's your hangman again, okay? You might be in limbo and just not knowing for a while, but it's okay. The message is coming, the hermit. We've got a lot of these cards tonight. Yeah. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. So it may look like they're going to, okay, to make them look like the devil, okay? All right. But not really. They'll break free of that because that giving and receiving for humanitarian, they're here to help and to expose a lot of the crap that was going on that the devil was doing, especially with the elections. Yeah. Very passionate about their jobs because that's the Ace of Wands. So if it does, it's not what you think it is because of the moon. Okay. We just have to wait and see how they're going to play their cards because we don't know their playbook. And if we knew it, the enemy would know it. So we can't do that. But they're working on it because there's your worker bee card. Okay. So if they do, okay, apparently they still don't know what they're doing either. Oh, well, yeah, they do. Okay. We just can't know what they're doing. Okay. So finding the right balance of how to let this come out, let the truth come out. What are you flying over there for? Okay. So there's a sword card. Okay. And that is the strategy card. They're strategically doing this for a reason. So use your discernment, and your Ace of Cups is fine. It's a collective card. It's a gift. So yeah, it may, but it's strategically being done. I mean, they're fooling these people all the time. Trump will be arrested. Trump's people are going to be arrested. Trump's family is going to be arrested. They have to do this because these morons take the bait. But it's an alliance operation for misinformation. So Dragonfly, I wouldn't worry about it. The headline, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, was there anything else that you want to talk about? If not, I'm just going to take a few minutes and we'll just chit chat. And is anybody got to get jokes? Let's raise the frequency. You want to do our gratitude? Let's do our gratitude since we haven't done it since the beginning of the week. And it's Friday night, and I probably won't see you until Monday. So even if it was just this week, What are you grateful for? You write them down and I will read them. Let's be grateful. Let's raise our frequency up because we're dropping our numbers here, guys. Not numbers in the chat because it could just be one or two people and that's fine. But let's raise our energy level. I know everybody's tired. The ascension stuff is draining to people, but let's raise our frequency. So let's do our gratitude. I know many people you repeat the same thing. That's okay. If you're still grateful for the same thing, fine. If something happened this week, be grateful for that. Hi, Debbie. How are you, honey? We are getting ready to wrap up, sweetheart, but you came in time to do our gratitude part of the show. Well, Gail, happy birthday. Gail's thankful for her good health. She turned 68 today. Happy birthday, Gail. All right. Yeah, let's just be grateful. I'm grateful for you guys for being patient with me this week and letting me take the time that I needed. I am grateful for the cards and gifts that I got in the mail, my crystals and things like that. Um, they're gorgeous. I've gotten them from a couple of different people, and I am very grateful for you all. And I'm just grateful for the fact, not the gifts are great, but I'm grateful that you thought of me and cared enough to do that. I really appreciate it. Dragonfly is grateful for her that my family is still on this planet and grateful for this beautiful family. Amen to that. Brianna is grateful for the abundance of love, family, friends, and nature. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. Abundance doesn't always have to be financial. Abundance is love and just caring and being there for each other. It's so beautiful. Michael's going to dance through this because he's grateful that he's got working hips because mine don't like me. Michael's, he's going to dance out of here. Nadia, grateful for the snow to be on the grass so you don't have to shovel. Well, hey, that's something to be grateful for. I agree, Debbie. Grateful that there are good people in the world, and there are so many beautiful people. Humanity is not dead. I see gorgeous things, and if you ever need that renewed beyond this chat room, that people are gorgeous, go watch some of those video compilations where they put together random acts of kindness or just good people just doing random things and helping one another. And humanity is not dead. Absolutely not. For the most part, our moral compass is focused straight on our creator of good things and humanity. So when we hear all these bad things, I'm not buying all that. I think we absolutely outweigh the bad stuff. All right. Let's see. Oh, Deborah says, I am grateful for my family and all the new friends I have gained. Elle is grateful for this family. And today you're grateful for your 4 rescue doggies. How precious. And they're gorgeous. All right. Everybody love on Gail for her birthday. If I would have known that this morning, Gail, I would have texted you. I try to text everybody when they have a birthday if I know about it. The snow's on the driveway and the walkways. Dumpling, that sounds awesome, honey. She's grateful for the hot bath she's going to go slip into. Get you some bath salts going in there. You're very welcome, Gail. Nadia is grateful for she's going to karaoke and raise the frequency. Yep. What are you going to sing tonight, Nadia? Dragonfly is grateful she didn't fall on the lawn going to feed the animals. Well, I'm grateful for that too. I don't need you hurting yourself, woman. Gail, Michael's going to do birthday dance for you. Mariana, you're so grateful to be chosen. You know what? We're chosen, but we chose this too. And we've got an equal balance with that. We just accepted our challenge. I agree, Nadia. She's grateful that we already know the truth of what is go or what is to come. Is that what you mean? Oh gosh, he's dancing to the dong song. Y'all better be throwing him some money with clothes on. I don't know, Gail. What's Michael Lulu doing over there? We don't know. We just said we were gonna throw him currency, so if you've got dinar, but we agreed earlier, start throwing your dongs at him. We don't discriminate against the Vietnamese. We've got to laugh, guys. It's so funny. We're nuts. You're going to sing Angel Eyes? That's a beautiful song. Who recruited you? Oh, yeah, with your sole purpose. Yeah, I got you. You were headhunted. That's all right. You too old for that stuff? No, you aren't. You have to protect your heart. You protect your heart. You're fine. Not too old for that. You ain't dead. Yep. Michael's putting in a request. He prefers the dinar. Well, you got ice cream over there? Listen, Joe Biden, you going to ice cream shop. We're hearing great things about the dinar. I mean, Nader's kept us up to date, and Nadia, yeah, absolutely. I am grateful for Trump, the military, and the alliance as well. Thank goodness we've got guardians now. We're all doing our part, and we're manifesting and doing our collective thing, and have the ability to decode it with our beautiful family. You know, I don't like using the term anons. I say we're analysts. We're the light. That's what we are. You ain't dead. Great entertainment. There you go. Michael prefers women. We know, Michael. We know. He every time I Michael gets cards, he's got a lot of feminine energy, and of course he puts up with all of us. God bless him. So we can't throw women at you. I'm just slingshot him. You're gonna start throwing your bras at him next. If he can't exchange it at the RV, he don't want it. Oh, Brianna, you're welcome, honey. You guys helping give me advice and encouragement too. This is a two-way street. We're family. We are family. Nadia sings that one every once in a while too. She's gonna have to change the words though. She says she's got all of her sisters, but what do we do about these guys? We got Lee and Michael and Sean, and I'm sure there's people in the background that just don't want to say hi, but we're getting there. We've got lots of new family coming in and rolling in, and I think it's beautiful. The Buy Me a Coffee, was it not in there? Uh, Nightbot, you just have to scroll up. Nightbot, he comes in, I think, every 15 minutes. It's pre programmed. I don't stick him in there. He's just working. If you scroll back up in the chat, just look for Nightbot. He should be popping back in there. He's here, Michael. He's in the background. There's a little bit of testosterone in here. You're absolutely right, Deborah. Grateful that we're all here to shine our lights together. You can't put one light out. Lord help if they try to put all of our lights out because we're blinding at this point. Megan Rose used that song in her. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. So, as her intro, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. She's very happy, and I'm sure, I mean, she has human days. She's admitted that too, and she gets frustrated, don't we all? But yeah, she's got a beautiful light, and you can physically see her third eye. At least I can. I see a lot of people's third eyes, but I see their auras, and she's got a gorgeous golden aura. Yes, I agree, Nadia. Our little collective is really making a difference. I absolutely agree. I can feel the energy, and depending upon what our subjects are, because I don't want to talk about all doom and gloom and worrisome stuff all the time. We need to have some happy stuff. So, um, now, since I probably won't talk to you this weekend, um, Monday morning's coffee show, 11 o'clock. The link isn't in there. Let me see. Fire the bot. I should, shouldn't I? Is he not in there? He isn't. Okay. Brianna, do you have a little thing, little doohickey thing at the top? It'll say top chat, and then if you click on the arrow, click on live chat, and it puts them all in there. And he should be at the top. I don't know where he went. He's on a timer. You found him? Good, because I was going to dock his pay. Yep. Okay. Anyway, Monday morning, 11 o'clock, coffee and chat. That's okay. It's all right, Brianna. We'll see what happens this weekend. If anything happens, we'll just keep an eye on. And if it doesn't, we're going to be doing our thing and raising our collective. And Nightbot joined a union. Oh, heaven help us. He's paying his dues. Jen, you only had one time and one time only a girl in a bar came you to me and said, have a beautiful aura and I'll be very wealthy one day. Michael, there was a message from the divine, honey. Yep. And right on. And Tarot agrees. So, yes, Michael, absolutely. Absolutely. Lee knows what he's talking about. He has to listen to me lecture all the time, you know, getting down on stuff and the pace of things if it doesn't happen fast enough. And he'll throw his hands up before I have a chance to lecture him. So I'm manifesting. Yep. Yep. Yep, Michael, you just keep dancing, darling. You gonna join the dance, Magic Mike?
I'm not dancing. No,
You laughing?
I'm not dancing.
Come on, Forrest. So funny.
Michael, you be all right, buddy.
You guys have a beautiful weekend. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. And let's just do our thing. We'll keep manifesting. We just keep going. We're just going to chug, choo, choo. Michael, you dance us out of here. Nadia, play a song. I love y'all. Love and lights and all that good stuff. Give him a slap on the ass. Not on camera. Oh, wait. I'll do it later. He don't have an ass. He has an upper thigh. I got plenty to spare. I love all of you as well. Have a blessed weekend. Send me anything. Please continue if you want to use that group email or the Signal. Some of us are. Share some stuff. Absolutely. Just keep it going. Or just send it to mine and I'll see if I can pass it around. Not a problem. Better find a clone for Lee with a butt. Well,
I don't think it's possible.
I could take something like I base my turkey with, injector, and we'll do some homemade stuff. Butt implants. Yep. What Signal? The app. It's a phone app. It's for free. I created in case we have EBS and we lose all contact, any form of contact, Signal will still operate because it's run by the military. And if you download the app from whether you have Apple or the Play Store from Google, it's for free. It's like a little blue block and it's got a white talking bubble in it. If you download it, just create, you just have to have a phone number. Just create a name, a username. And then I created us a chat room that says, or we can group chat and contact each other. And it says, Jen's New Beginnings Chat Crew is what it says. So, Nightbot heard you. He's running in. He was on a smoke break. Yeah. He's drinking behind the dumpster.
Smoky lamps lit.
All right. But Michael, if you want to, honey, it's just optional. I just created a group in case we lose contact. Something goes down, we can still talk back and forth. You know?
If you ever need to holler and just like
Mine's under Jen Ryder. And then with Lee, it's his name as well. We're in there.
Yeah.
So it's totally up to you. It's just optional. We just wanted to do it so we could stay in contact. But yep, gonna go, guys. Y'all enjoy. Have a blessed weekend. And I love y'all. And I will see you Monday morning at 11 o'clock. Good night, guys. Have a blessed weekend.